Your baby is keeping score. Not of the big things, not the vacations you can't afford yet, not the milestones the pediatrician circles on a chart. Of the small ones, the ones that happen so fast, so many times a day, you don't even register them as moments at all. You'd never call them anything. Your baby's nervous system calls them something. This isn't about neglect. This is about things loving, attentive, running on 4 hours of sleep parents do a dozen times a day without ever knowing it lands. You are not on trial here, but your baby's brain is taking notes long before there's a single word to describe what's being written down. And by number 4, you're going to recognize yourself instantly. By number 7, bath time is never going to look quite the same. Here are 8 everyday moments that quietly become a feeling for your baby long before they have any language to tell you so. Number 1, your mid-diaper change. Wipe, cream, snap, done. Phone propped against the changing pad, running on autopilot because it's the 4th one before 9 a.m. Fast hands, no eyes. Here's what's actually happening underneath that efficiency. Your baby's brain is using your face as the primary instrument for reading whether this moment, being undressed, being handled, being exposed to cool air, is safe. No face, no signal. A blank or turned away face during a vulnerable moment doesn't register as mom is busy. It registers as something closer to I'm alone right now. That's not a guilt sentence. That's just what a 5-month-old nervous system does with an absent face, and it resets the second your eyes come back. Number 2, your baby stumbles over their own feet, plops down hard on a diapered bottom, and you laugh, warmly, instinctively, because honestly, it is a little funny. But watch the sequence closely. Your baby looks at you first, before they've even decided how to feel about the fall. Researchers call this social referencing, checking a trusted face to calibrate a reaction before committing to one. If your face says hilarious before it says, I saw that, are you okay? Your baby can start performing your reaction instead of finding their own. One laugh doesn't shape a personality. This is a pattern thing, not a moment thing, so don't spiral on this one. Just notice which face comes first. Number 3, and it connects straight to number 2. Your baby is deep in something, turning a spoon over and over, working out a shoelace with total wordless concentration, and you reach in to grab a cute photo for the group chat or reposition them for a better angle. Interrupting focus to capture focus is one of the small ironies of modern parenting. Do it enough and it quietly teaches a baby that their own absorption matters less than someone else's interest in documenting it. The fix is almost embarrassingly small. Let the moment finish. The spoon will still be there in 11 seconds. The photo will still be cute. Number 4, and this is the one almost everyone listening has done in the last 24 hours. Your baby cries in public. You shush, fast and sharp, not because you're cold, but because you're mortified, because there are eyes on you in the checkout line. Here's the reframe. A fast shush aimed at making the sound stop is a completely different signal from a slow shush aimed at helping the feeling pass. Babies read the difference. One says, fix this for me, quickly. The other says, I'm here, this is passing. Researcher Alan Shore's work on right brain to right brain communication between parent and infant is essentially based on exactly this. Babies register tone and urgency long before they register content, and the shush that soothes you is not always the shush that soothes them.
If you've caught yourself in even one of these so far, good. That's not failure. That's the beginning of noticing, and noticing is most of the job. Before the one that surprises people most, if this is landing for you, subscribe. This channel exists so parents get this 30 seconds before they need it, not 30 years after, sitting across from a therapist trying to name something that had no name at the time. Number 5, feeding time. Nursing or a bottle, your baby's eyes locked on your face, the way they almost always are during a feed, while your phone is in your other hand and your own face has gone flat, distant, somewhere else entirely. This is a smaller, everyday cousin of something researcher Edward Tronick made famous with the still face experiment. When a parent's face goes unresponsive, even briefly, babies escalate first. They coo louder, reach, try every trick to pull you back. And when that doesn't work, they collapse inward and look away. You don't need to perform delight through every single feed. That's not the bar. But feeding is one of the few times a day built entirely around eye contact, and it's worth noticing how often your face goes dark during it, and for how long. Number 6, you compare out loud in front of them. She's still not crawling. Her cousin was crawling by 7 months. Your baby doesn't understand the sentence, but they understand the sound underneath it, the worry math in your voice, because infants are exquisitely tuned to anxious tone directed near them, even when it isn't directed at them at all. One offhand comment in a hallway isn't a diagnosis of harm to anyone. It's just worth noticing over a week whether the comparison voice comes out more often than the delight voice does. Number 7, your baby reaches for a word, a half-formed "b" for bottle, a stretched out "m" for more, and you jump in and finish it before they arrive, because it's faster, because you already know what they want, because you're tired and it's the 9th time today. Betty Hart and Todd Risley's landmark research on early language exposure found that it isn't just the sheer volume of words a baby hears that predicts language growth. It's the back and forth, the turn-taking, the waiting. Finishing their sound for them every single time quietly removes their turn from a conversation they were just learning how to have. And number 8, the big one. The one that isn't really about your baby's behavior at all. It's about yours. Your baby doesn't just respond to what you do. They co-regulate off your actual internal state. Your held breath in traffic, your tight shoulders on a bad work call, your wired, overstimulated nervous system at the end of a day that went sideways at 4 p.m. and never recovered. The Center on the Developing Child at Harvard has spent years documenting exactly this. Infants don't need a permanently calm house. What they need is a parent who can find their own way back to calm after the hard moment, in front of them, close enough to watch it happen. That return, not the absence of stress in the first place, is what teaches a baby's brain that hard feelings are survivable. So if you counted 3, 4, 5 of these across your own week, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're paying close enough attention to even notice, and most parents never get that far, not because they don't love their kids enough, but because nobody ever handed them the list. That is the return. I matter even after I got it wrong. That's not a soundbite. That's the actual mechanism. Rupture and repair over and over isn't a flaw in good parenting. It is the architecture of it. You are not required to get this right in every single moment today. No baby anywhere needs a parent who never misses a beat. W.W. Winnicott built an entire, still-cited theory of child development on exactly this idea, calling it the good enough parent. Not the perfect one, not the constantly present one, the good enough one. What your baby actually needs is what you're already doing right now, in this exact minute. Someone willing to learn the small signals and willing to come back for the repair when they miss one. If even one of these 8 landed a little close, send it to another parent in your life. Not because they're doing anything wrong, because nobody hands you this list at the hospital. And honestly, somebody probably should have.